Sup guys, welcome to another video on this tutorial series. As I said in the end of the last video, today I'm going to be working on a damage system. Basically I'm going to allow the zombies to hurt the player by punching them, and I'm actually going to implement a health system for the player, and maybe if I have the time to try and create a system where the player can just take health from the zombies. I don't have any animations or guns like that to make a weapon shoot yet, so I may just like fire an array or something from the player's camera, and if it hits a zombie it will damage him. But we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to start by going inside our zombie character, so that's in blueprints, characters, and zombie character. And I'm just going to create a new variable called health, and I'm going to make that a float and make sure it's replicated. I'm going to set a default to 100, and we may change this value later on if we have like special zombies or anything, but for now 100 is pretty fine. So I'm going to actually I'm so stupid. I said I was going to implement the zombies hurting the player, so like I'm gonna need to open the player character, and I'm not gonna delete the variable because we might use it still, but the point is to the player have health. So I'm going to go inside our player character, which is on its default state. It has the movement input stuff. I'm just going to create a variable called health again, make it a float, and have replicated with a default of 100. And I'm also going to create another variable, which I'm just going to click on it and do Control W to duplicate it, and I'm going to call this max health. And we're going to set our max health to 100. It should be because we replicated it, duplicated, sorry. So what I'm going to do now is, first of all, I want to be able to see how much health do I got. So I'm going to go and create an event tick, and I'm just going to drag from it and do a print string. Gonna make that call every 0.01. Basically it's every frame, and the in string that we want is going to be our health. There you go. So now if you play, we should have that. So the client has 100, and the server, okay. So the reason that we got 3 for each player, it's because each player is doing, I don't really know how to explain this, but so basically each player is checking the 3 players' health. So the server is checking the 3 characters' health, and the client 1 is checking the 3 players' health, and the client 2 is checking the 3 players' health. So that's why there are so many numbers, but you get the idea. So now I'm going to go into the zombie character, and I'm going to create a new event, a custom one. So custom event, I'm going to call it server damage player. There you go. Oh, I misspelled player. I had 2 P's. Player. There you go. I'm going to make that run on the server. I'm going to say it's reliable, and the way this is going to work is going to apply damage, and the damage vector that we want, I'm going to make that an input, so I'm going to drag that into the event. The base damage, I'm going to create an input as well. The event causer is going to be ourselves, and the damage type class, I'm just going to leave that as default. It doesn't really matter. So I'm going to compile that and save it. And now where do we want to apply the damage to the player? So it's up here when we attack. So here on our attack player, Actually, we're not going to do this on attack player because this is replicated to whole, so this might like apply the damage 3 times or something. So it's more safe to call that function over here. So when we apply the damage or play the animation, we're going to create a delay over here. So basically this is going to trigger this event which has a delay in it, 2.5 seconds. It's the duration of the animation. And we want to apply damage. Basically, if we go to the animation, we want to apply the damage to the player when basically the zombie throws the hit. So when it's around here, so like around 1 second, or yeah, 1.1 seconds, we want to apply the damage. So I'm going to place 1.1 over here, and then like the player can be running, and remember that the zombie stops when attacking, so we might want to create a check to see if the player is in the reach of the zombie, because it's going to be stupid if you are like running around and the player starts playing the animation, but then you run away, and when the end actually goes to reach you, you're no longer there and you still got it by the end. It's stupid. So we might create a check to see if this target actor over here is still in range. So I'm gonna grab a get distance to self. Just going to create a little reroute node over here to clean the blueprint. There you go. So if this distance is, I don't know, smaller than, I don't know, I'm gonna say a meter. Oh, sorry, this is a centimeter, 100 centimeters. I'm going to allow the player to receive damage. So there you go. I'm gonna plug this in. Then if this is true, I'm going to call server damage player. The damage actor is going to be again the target actor. So I'm going to create another reroute, go down here. There you go, reroute. Just plug this in. And the base damage, I'm going to say, I don't know, 25. We may want to change this value later. So I'm going to compile and save, and if everything goes alright, we should now be receiving damage on our player character, but we still need to implement an event over here. So I'm going to right click and write event any damage. So when we receive any damage from the player, if the player receives any damage, it's going to execute this little event. So I'm going to create a new custom event, and that is going to be the server apply damage. There you go. I'm going to call that, say that it's reliable, and I'm going to call this over here. So server apply damage, and we're gonna get our health. We're gonna do a minus, and we're gonna plug this in over here. We're gonna say so incoming damage, and then we're going to set our health to whatever is the result, and then we're gonna do a little check. So if this health is less or equal to 0, we're going to, I don't know, I don't really know. I'm just going to, for now, print a string and say, well, player died. Player died. Oh, misspelled again. There you go. So right now, if everything gone alright, oh, we still need to connect this. But if everything gone alright, we should be receiving damage and stuff like that. So I'm going to ready up the clients. Then I'm going to start the game. So remember, we're playing as a server. I'm gonna go near the zombie. The zombie is gonna come and attack me. And as you can see, the bottom player for like the server, both the client and the client 1 and client 2, now we both have 75 health. And as the other zombies reach the other players, they are starting to lose their health. And now you can see that we got messages player died. And now you can see that we starting to get minus health. That's because the players are still there and the math that we applied is still being verified. But you can see that the server, that is the character that I'm controlling right now, still has 75 health. So I'm gonna be it again. I have now 50. Now I'm gonna try and evade the attack. So he's gonna start playing the animation. Come on, there you go. And you can see that I still have 50 health as the server because I kind of run away. There you go. But if I stay near him, ooh, there you go. I think I'm going to increase. Now you can see that I have the 0 health, so I'm basically dead. There you go. I'm going to increase the reach of the zombies, so that's the value over here on the zombie character. So I'm gonna put 150 over here because I think that they have a little bit more reach than the meter. And I might just implement what happens when the player dies. So we may have a down system like on Call of Duty Zombies. When you die, you go down and the other players might want to revive you. But I don't really have the animations right now. I could try and create one or find it on Mixamo. That's where I'm getting all my animations from. But for now, I think I'm just going to kill the player. So I'm going to create a new function over here. So I have a new custom event, server, kill player. I'm gonna go over here. So if this is true, I'm going to call kill player. I'm going to make this replicate on the server, say that is reliable. So the first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to say I'm going to destroy the actor, and the actor is self. And I think I'm just going to do that. So I don't know if these might create an error or it might not work. We just need to test that really quick. Let's ready up, because using the destroy actor node on like multiplayer situations sometimes gets a little bit buggy, because it leaves like player controllers without pawns and stuff like that. It creates problems, but let's see if it works. I'm gonna let myself die. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna let these players die so I can see them disappear, because I think the game might end if the player that I'm controlling dies. So as you can see, okay, it works. The character got destroyed, and you can see the print also disappeared. So now I'm the only player alive. I have 50 health. I'm just gonna try to move away and see the perspective from the other views. There you go. If I try to take control of the pawn, I just got a camera. I'm not able to move or anything. And you can see that the zombies also update their target player if there's not one, because remember that get actor of class node that we have is searching for player characters, and we destroy them. So they will be get updated correctly. And I'm just going to kill myself now. Let me die. You can see my health dropping, and I'm dead. Now the zombies are just going to be bugged out and stuff, because they have no more players to kill. We got an error, yes, because of, as I said, on the zombie character, our target actor is pending kill because there is no target actor when everyone dies. But as you can see, the damage system is working as intended. Again, maybe in the future I'll add like a system where a player goes down and it can be revived. For now, this is working pretty fine. So what do I want to do now? As I said, I think I'm going to quickly implement a way of us damaging the zombies back and try to kill them. So I'm not sure how am I gonna do that, but I think I'm going to right click and do left mouse button event, and then create a new custom event that is fire so client fires weapon. We might when we actually implement like a pistol or something, when we start implementing the weapons, I might like review these events, but for now I'm gonna do it like this. I'm going to run this on the owning client, gonna make it reliable, and I'm gonna call that when I press the button. So client fires weapon. The way that I'm gonna do that is I'm going to do a line trace by channel, and we want to start the trace at the camera location. So I'm gonna get the location from our camera, and we want to end this so on the direction of the camera, but far away, further from us. So I'm just going to get the fourth vector, multiply the fourth vector by the distance that we want, and that might be like a really big number, doesn't matter, like this. And then we want to add both of these together, so add the vectors and then plug that into the end. I'm gonna make the draw debug for duration. I'm going to ignore myself, and I think the rest is fine. Then the outlet, I'm going to break it. Yeah, and I'm going to cast the hit actor. I'm going to cast it to character. So if I cast to character, I'm going to have friendly fire because our player character is of the type character. So we are going to have friendly fire. So that's gonna be fine. If we don't want friendly fire, we're going to cast to only the zombie character, so we are sure that we're only hitting the zombie character. But for now I'm gonna leave it like this, and then I'm going to create a new custom event because we need to do a server apply. I'm not sure that I'm spelling apply right, I'm sorry. So I'm gonna call it apply damage. I can't do that. Why? Server. Oh, because I already have one. I'm gonna call it cause damage. Okay, there you go. I'm going to run that on the server, make it reliable, and then I'm going to apply damage like we did on the zombie character. Then the damage actor, create an input, base damage, create an input, and I think that's fine. We don't need anything else, I believe. So I'm going to over here call that event, so server cause damage. The damage actor is going to be this character, and the base damage is going to be however the damage is from our weapon. I'm gonna make that 50 for now, just to test. And then we're gonna go on our zombie character, and we're going to do the same thing. I'm actually going to go into the player character and copy and paste this. The server kill player and the server apply damage and the event any damage. I'm gonna control C all of that, control V, and then I'm going to compile. I'm probably gonna get errors. There you go. Why is this not working? I'm going to right click, refresh the node, and we still get an error. right click, refresh the node, and that should be working just fine. There you go. Because we already have a variable called elf, that's fine. Server kill player. On this case, I'm going to call this server kill zombie. When we might want to like destroy the actor, but first like add ragdoll or something later on. But for now, it's fine. We're just testing all of this, creating a prototype, and I think we got everything we need. So I'm just going to play that. I'm going to ready up, and start. So I'm gonna try and kill both with the server. Okay. Okay. So apparently the line trace is going through the zombie and not eating it. I don't know why that is happening. Okay, let me just get out. So on our player character, we are firing the line trace over here. I'm cast the character, it should be eating, but it's not eating on the settings here. So I'm gonna go to the zombie character. Let me just check the collision really quick on the mesh. It's a character mesh. I'm going to... No, this is actually correct. I'm gonna go for collision presets. And as you can see, you're gonna say that it's ignoring the visibility and blocking the camera. So I'm gonna need to go to the player character and make the trace channel run on the camera because the visibility is ignored and I actually need to block it. So I'm gonna compile and save, and now it should be working. Ready up the clients. Go, server, start, and let's see what happens. So I'm gonna try and shoot the zombie. There you go, it kills, it got killed. Oh, come on, do it. Then we're gonna have a zombie coming over here. You can see that it replicated correctly. So I'm gonna try and kill it with the client. You can see it got killed. And now you can see that the server actually replicated correctly. And this client got killed, but you can see that there are no zombies on the other side. Just going to finish kill them. Oh, and I think I just killed my own friend, so that's the problem of having friendly fire. But as you can see, we got... Oh yeah, why they are responding is because I already have a kind of a prototype of a round system, so when I kill them all, they're going to like proceed to the next round, and you can see that there's more of them. And okay, you can see, but you can see that everything is working roughly as intended. I'm going to have to recheck this kind of proceeding to the next round. I think I'm going to do that on as the next video, because I think I'm going to wrap this one up, because I did what I needed to do. I created the damage system. I'm now able to fire something at the zombies and kill them. The zombies are able to kill me. But in the next video, I'm going to correctly implement this round system, because as you can see, there are a lot of zombies spawning just for one player, and I'm going to need to check each round how many players are there and spawn only the zombies that correspond to the number of players actually alive. There should be all the three of them, because I'm going to make them respawn once a new round begins. And also I'm going to disable this, exactly this. I'm not going to enable like all the zombies spawning at the same time. I'm going to try and like create some kind of wave even between the rounds. So like I spawn 10 and then I spawn another 10, because in later rounds, like it's really going to start to lag, and we cannot have that many zombies on the level at the same time, because maybe they're gonna start to be too much difficult and they might create performance issues. So in the next video, we're gonna try and look at all of that. But yeah, I think that I'm going to leave this video here. If you guys have any doubts or even some suggestions to stuff that you want get added into the game, I might do that. So everything's welcome. You got any doubt or I don't know, there's something not working on your end, let me know. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.